What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Real Fan Sports. My name is Zach. I'm here with my partner, Nonpfixion. What's good, brother?
I'm good, man. How about yourself? How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. We got a different video today. We're back after our big run of videos in December, but we're gonna check out something new, something different, something we've never done on the channel before. And this is a video called "The Most Savage Sport in the World." Next of kin, I believe it's pronounced Calcio, Storico, or Calcio, Storico, is something like that.
Calcio, Storico? I've never heard that one.
Never heard of it, but the thumbnail says it's the most dangerous football sport of the world. This is saying the most savage, so I'm assuming we're going to see some crazy shit. It looks crazy already. So.
Just from that little clip, that cut right there, yeah, it looks wild.
So let's get into it.
You see? Who was it? Ain't even kicked off yet, and someone's been dropped. That's premature.
Oh, damn.
The jury have gone off. But this is happening. This is normal. This is Calcio Storico. This is normal.
Calcio Storico. Got it. There's blood and scenes of violence. Well, you've been warned. If you're squeamish, you don't like blood, don't like violence. If you're underage, click away.
All right.
Oh.
Welcome to Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance. This world-famous Tuscan marvel is home to some of the finest art and culture that Europe has to offer. But Florence isn't just for the scholars and the academics, because once a year, when spring gives way to summer and the heat begins to swelter, the 4 districts of Florence go to battle in a centuries-old custom that combines mixed martial arts with contact sports. Once described by King Henry III of France as too small to be a real war, but too cruel to be a game. The annual tradition pits Florentine against Florentine and is not for the faint of heart. My name is Max Leheath, and this is Calcio Storico.
All right. So,
Okay.
Well, he said too dangerous to be a game, but he said something to be a war. So they scraping borders.
Too small to be a war because it's basically neighboring. I guess you can call them cities, but it's like these are four different groups. Already the concept was kind of interesting. I was like, just curious what really goes on here.
I'm liking the build up so far. So mixed martial arts and football. Oh yeah, he's swinging.
Next of kin.
We're in the final days of June, and it's a balmy 36 degrees here in Florence. Each year, the city's 4 districts or quartieri take part in a gladiatorial-style football match known as Calcio Storico. In the semi-finals earlier this month, the Azzurri overcame the Blanchi, and the Rossi defeated the Verti. That means this weekend's grand final will see the Azzurri and the Rossi go to battle in a no-holds-barred, winner-takes-all dogfight. Filippo Giovanelli is perhaps the best-known voice in Calcio Storico circles. Filippo has been the field master, master of the parade, and the stadium announcer for the past 12 years. His passion and love for the traditional competition is unparalleled around Florence.
Yeah, I was about to say that you could tell it's kept a lot of its tradition with what they wear and how they do it and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. You see sports adapt and adopt to be more suited, or I guess more marketable,
modern
and
day,
different thing to modern style and everything like this. But nah, they keep it classic, which I love about it.
I mean, that's the one thing about countries over there that's away from the United States. The culture is always going to be there. Much. It's always going to be. It's never going to go away.
No, definitely not.
So for strangers to Calcio Storico, could you briefly convey how the game works?
Il gioco si gioca normalmente, si è sempre giocato in Piazza Santa Croce. Questo è importantissimo perché è la piazza deputata al gioco del calcio. Si gioca tra due squadre diverse con colori diversi che si affrontano per portare la palla alla fine del campo avversario. Chi difende, difende con qualsiasi mezzo, chi attacca altrettanto con qualsiasi mezzo. Ecco perché il gioco è così violento, ci sono pochissime regole e quello che succede in campo rimane nei 50 minuti di partita che si svolge in Piazza Santa Croce.
The first rule of Calcio Storico is there is almost no rules. Fantastic.
Poi ci sono delle cose che non si può.
That'd be my reaction too. Oh, so you want me to come play? So what's the rules? Yeah, so the first rule is that there is none. Okay. All right.
50 minutes, war balls.
War ball. That's what it's called. War ball. I love how it's like, you start out the defensive side team are trying to defend by any means. And it's like, okay, well, what is the attacker's job? To attack by any means. By shit. Means. Okay.
Yeah, all that's kind of crazy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ci sono state delle partite che hanno avuto degli esiti non positivi quando il calcio storico era un match, una partita che non aveva veramente una caratteristica nemmeno sportiva, era soltanto violenza.
Interesting.
E questi aspetti non hanno permesso di terminare i tornei e ad esempio la polizia è entrata in campo per derimere alcune dispute.
So basically it got too violent and kind of went away from the sport, and this became a war.
Basically, it's just a free for all. You can beat each other up the best,
and not really get in trouble because it's the game,
Yeah, and it's interesting. They showed a clip like a little bit before this where it's after the match and they're kind of hugging, and it's similar with like most MMA fighters and stuff like that. But there's always beef where some just they don't care. Some of them you respect the fight, whatever, shake hands, hug, whatever after the game, after the fight is done, whatever. But you could definitely tell there's probably other people that don't care. Get that sportsmanship. We're coming to fight. So they had to adjust some things because police were having to get involved too much and actually stop the games for a while, which is, I wouldn't say surprising, but crazy.
Yeah.
From the outside looking in, Calcio Storico resembles a chaotic melee, justified only by the presence of a football in the vicinity of the violence. For a more educational insight into the game and its rules, we're going to be sitting down with one of the referees for this year's final.
That's what I was actually thinking about that. Like, how do you ref a game where anything really goes? Like, how do you referee that?
Yeah, and that's what I was wondering too. I mean, they said that there's not many rules. They didn't say there was none. So I wonder what those rules are. I'm sure they'll go into the description of it. But yeah, I guess, how do you stop things from getting too extreme? You know what I mean? I don't know. What dictates what's good and what's bad, especially when there's chaos and violence going on throughout the whole thing. It's not just person with the ball. It's just random people on the side they're going at.
What dictates what's extreme in this? Because it's meant to go. You're meant to go all out. So what dictates that?
I don't know.
Ciao, Luca.
Ciao, Max.
In Calcio Storico, it doesn't look to me like there are a lot of rules. What are the main rules of the game?
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
It's kind of filled like this.
Lo scopo del gioco è quello di fare caccia e si gioca 27 contro 27.
What are the main tactics?
I calcianti si dispongono in 3 linee. Questi sono i portieri, no? Questi sono una linea che poi provvederà a andare avanti, no? E cercare di fare caccia, mentre invece questa qui, no? È quella che sta praticamente al fronte, dove ci sono i maggiori scontri, duelli, dove praticamente i calcianti si affrontano con le loro arti marziali, MMA, box, e lì si confrontano ed è la tattica quella lì di fermare più coppie possibili e cercare, no, il varco per poi andare a fare caccia.
What are these men allowed to do to these men in terms of like, how do you take out another player? What are you allowed to do?
Non posso colpire l'avversario,
so can't hit from behind.
Da dietro, non posso colpire l'avversario lateralmente.
So
I like
no
this so
blindsiding.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna fight. If you're gonna
Which
sign a
most
challenge,
sports-
do it stand up front.
Yeah, most sports, even MMA, you can't really hit the back of the head. So, okay, I get that. And then it's blindsiding because you can actually really hurt somebody. So I get that.
Well, yeah, and it's also just about not being sneaky, right? I mean, like if you're
Yeah.
gonna fight somebody,
It's up front.
it's,
You like
it's a
face to
stand
face.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, do a stand up
Yeah.
fight. Don't try and catch somebody off guard, which I do.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Se lui non mi vede e non posso placcare
Above
sopra
knees from behind.
la cintura da dietro. Queste sono le regole basilari,
What happens if a player's injured? Are there substitutes?
sia per gli infortuni che per le espulsioni non sono previste sostituzioni.
End of the game is essentially like chess. It's last man standing. How good? Battle Royale. Like, wow.
So if you lose like 5 players because of an injury, you're just down 5 players, and that's it.
Just it. Yeah, you're just done.
Interesting. Okay.
Every year, ahead of the traditional event, a 7,000-seat stadium is constructed in the middle of the Piazza di Santa Croce. Mate, that is solid. If you get hit, knocked out like some of these boys are aiming to do, and hit that deck, oh, I'd hate to play any kind of rugby on this.
So they take the center of the town, they build the bleachers, and then they bring in a couple, maybe 1,000 pounds of dirt,
Dirt. Yeah.
sand, and they're playing on streets, roads.
Yeah, they're just
basically.
playing on cement. It looks like it looks like it. Maybe
town
an
square.
inch.
It's like a town
Maybe
square.
it might be an inch of sand covering it. 2 inches
Yeah,
of
because
sand.
when
in
he
fact,
thumped
'cause-
that was
Yeah,
pure
he-
cement.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you should see the Colosseum Spaniard.
When do you see the Coliseum?
Wow. Nutty.
I've used that in highlights for
The
football.
goal
Oh, I bet.
runs the whole length of the field. If the attack throws the ball in here, one catcher. However, if they miss and throw it over, half a catcher goes to the other team. But if a goalkeeper bats the ball over, then the attack gets half a catcher. And then if it lands in the bishop's tent, nothing happens, ball's in play.
Got it.
It might not look like much right now, but come Saturday, there will be violence, absolute pandemonium in the stands and on the sands.
It's so interesting because
Of course.
you get the feel of the old school nature because like right there is like the church. You know what I'm saying? The church is right there.
Yeah.
It's like everything takes place and it kind of takes you back to that time. It was like because everything was, the church was the focal point of everything. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's like all the chaos is in the middle of everything, right? Like, I mean, all the architecture. I mean, obviously, Florence is a beautiful place. To have that, it's like, how could you not get yourself in a different type of like headspace when surrounded by this in that type of moment? Oh God, that's so sick.
Yeah.
The most important participants in this grand final are the two teams putting their lives and limbs on the line, the Azzurri and the Rossi. So we're at the training ground of the Azzurri. They represent the Santa Croce quartiere of Florence. This particular quartiere, the Azzurri, have been the most successful over the past 30 years, and they're going for a three-peat as they've won the last 2. Given the physical demands of the competition, it's no surprise that some of the Azzurri's top players have cut their teeth in other sports, including boxer Paolo Bologna, mixed martial artist Vani Moschella, and Rugby Sevens representative Jobel De Castro. What got you into Calcio Storico?
When I was younger, I played rugby. I met a rugby guy. He also played for the Azzurri, and he just involved me here.
How does it compare to rugby?
It's totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. The emotion, the fear, that fear transforming your motivation to survive during the game, and also to achieve the win of the team.
So you're essentially an MMA athlete with sort of the rugby ball skills. Is there a lot of passing of the ball?
There's a lot of game strategy, so passing, also the running line or something like that. So there's a lot of game now.
What do your family think about you participating?
This is a funny thing that the first game that I played in 2015, I didn't say anything to my family. Just
yeah, I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't, because as soon as they search up what this exact sport is, they telling you hell no. My mom's like, you go out there, you're gonna wish you didn't, because I'm gonna bust your ass way worse than they could.
Looking at the ball they use, it looks more round, like a soccer ball, almost a volleyball.
Yeah, it looks more like that. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Looks lighter as well, like kind of squishy. You can see they're gripping it with one hand quite easily as well. Like kind of like a volleyball.
Those who play, those who are watching this that might have played rugby or whatever in their past, would you ever see yourself playing this sport if you lived in this area? Could you see yourself playing this sport?
And it makes me wonder, like, is this something that I mean, I guess they practice, but like, I doubt there's like a ground roots level to it. I guess it's just like whoever are the leaders of these 4 teams that compete, that they go out and just find and recruit. Yeah, it's not something that you like practice, I don't think, or is it?
I mean, it's not like how the other sports are in the UK or Australia or Africa, where there's under 19 and under 10.
It's a grassroots level.
I doubt there's one of those, but yeah, I think it's more so probably recruiting based off of what they see in other people, the skill or the heart they present. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or what type of training outside of just
cultural
sport
thing.
Like I said, you're going to look towards MMA guys that may have picked up a ball at some point and played some sports, but can fight. And then you might see guys that are highly skilled, but they're brawlers on the field and they can take a lick and they can give out one too. But they're also very skillful and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm like, I wonder how many military guys are on here.
Oh, that's a good question too. Yeah.
Because I could definitely see some military guys playing this.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They will probably love this.
I'm going to rugby and I debut for my birthday. So I just go doing some rugby stuff, something like that. And then after when I go back to home, I say, oh, Mom, Dad, I just play a game for, I just do my debut in Calcio Storico. What are you doing?
Do your family try and stop you playing?
Yeah, of course, every year.
Oh, every year they stop you?
Every year. I just say, yeah, it's okay, I'm gonna leave. And then the months pass, and then in December I just go
again, back to training.
Again,
What's the worst injuries you've sort of seen on the field or had?
Maybe the knockouts from behind.
Oh, so the ones from behind happen all the time?
Yeah, the behind, or maybe the ACL too.
Oh, the ACLs go a lot, do they?
Yeah. Oh, the shoulder.
Sure, a lot of broken collarbones and ribs.
Yeah.
Mate, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
I'll be watching. Can't wait. It's the day of the grand final, and while the Rossi team are hard at work preparing for the coming battle, I was lucky enough to be invited to their training ground to experience their preparations ahead of the game.
Big dudes, man.
Yeah.
The players are going through pre-game emotions right now, so we've managed to get hold of Italy rugby representative and lifelong Rossi fan in Niccolo Canone. I see you're repping the Rossi. Could you give a little bit of background to your sort of following for Calcio Storico?
I started to support my team since I was 10 years old. For me, it's very important this because I'm from Florence. I love Florence. I love every culture of Florence. Love everything of Florence. And maybe one day after rugby, I want to represent my team, my color with in Piazza Santa Croce.
What would a rugby player bring to Calcio Storico?
I think my skills one day, ball carry and tackle. I have to learn the boxing, maybe some boxing, because you have defense yourself, obviously.
So are you like childhood friends with a lot of the Rossi team?
Yeah.
They're all guys you grew up with?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that must be very special for you watching them today.
Yeah, it's amazing. Every time I cry, because you see the color, the sound, the body language of the people inside in the center of Florence is incredible. The mental preparation is the key. if you see the eyes of the boys are
Yeah, I was watching.
very
You can feel the energy. Yeah, you can feel that they're like very on edge. Yeah.
ready to explode.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I was like, he's going there talking with the Rossi fellas before the games, and I'm like, I don't know if you'd be able to talk to him, because it reminds similar like what, you know, boxing and MMA, like they want to do no damn interviews before the thing. They're normally in a room by themselves, you know, getting mentally ready to strike, man. I mean, because you gotta mentally prep yourself. You can't just go out there and just go and play. Like, you know, you gotta be
it's
on
not
edge.
you can't just turn a switch on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that simple.
Yeah.
We're an hour out from kickoff now. We've got faces in all the windows surrounding the plaza, but at either end of the Sabbione, we have the blue and the reds. Too much emotional tension between the two fans, and now we're just waiting to take our seats and engage in this spectacle. So right now it's obviously very quiet. I was thinking, why is it so quiet here? We're only an hour out, but most of the crowd, probably like 10,000 fans, are going to be following the parade that's going around the city.
That's cool.
Mad.
So they're following out the team coming out. So it's like, it's like you said, it's like war. It's like war.
It's true unity. True unity.
That's sick.
So this is where we'll be watching the match. I'm situated, as far as I could tell, with the Rossi, which is good because I had torn loyalties as I've been in both camps so far, but after I was wined and dined by Niccolo, I feel as though I have to support the Rossi.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I respect your decision.
Benvenute all'inferno means welcome to hell. Right in front of the house of God. It's already kicked off, lad.
They haven't even started.
Yeah, some boy. A little
one dude's already down.
The whole
He was
occasion
down.
to some people. It's bubbled over and ain't even kicked off yet, and someone's been dropped.
Oh, damn.
Red card. Yeah. Rosa.
Wow, so you got a red card early. Before the game even starts. They're already squabbling. Jeez.
Interesting, man. This dude is without his head. Pink.
I mean, talk about setting the tone early. You know what I mean?
Hey,
talk about setting the tone early.
We ain't here to play. Not like that, anyways.
So one red card for Rosa. One of the Rossa boys, the whole thing overstimulated him, and he's done a cheap shot on one of the Azzurri. And then what's happened is the Azzurri have gone off in a sort of a revolt to hold the game hostage, to make the ref make a decision. And now the Rossi are down one player before the game's even started.
Jeez.
Oh, so he got tossed.
Oh my god, this is going to be so spicy.
Yeah, he's one of the big guys too.
Minutes of this.
Yeah.
The game is on.
Oh, they're going for it.
You can sort of see what they're trying to do, like over on the left side of the field from us. You can see guys just trying to win position, keep guys on the floor. Like literally, one of them's just sitting in full mount and just being admiring his work, just sitting on one of the.
He's like he's not beating him; he's keeping him down, so he can't defend.
Can't defend no more. So that makes me wonder: could a Rossi player come up and try to grapple with him, or is it just a full blown 1v1? Because it seems like, at least what we've seen so far, most of it is just like 1v1 fights. Like pick a guy and go at a guy. Could someone come up and try to, you know, grapple him?
Maybe
from
not fight him, but can they grab him off? Can they
and try to pull him off or something? Yeah.
I mean, because it could be against the base rules, but they have to fight 1v1 basically, or face to face, because you can't go from behind, you can't hit them, you can't tackle from behind. So can somebody come in front and pull that person up off of their teammate?
Yeah, that's interesting. Oh wow. Oh.
That's first goal to Rossi. Massive scuffle for the ball. And now they've swapped ends, but there's still brawls all over the field.
Jeez.
Sono passati 16 minuti.
Oh. There he is.
Take it off.
2 goals to Rossi. Oh shit.
That's an ACL.
Oh my god. 1 Missouri have gone off now, so it's 26 on 26. Man, this is absolute carnage.
Man. Oh. Because I know how hard that is, it makes my back hurt. That makes my back hurt, bro.
And it's only getting thinner the more and more they run around and stuff like that too.
Yeah, true.
Goodness, man. Oh, piece him up. Piece him up.
So that's another one gone. Oh, there you go. There's multiple people at one time. Another score.
God, look at that.
His forehead was gashed open too.
So it's become quite the bloodbath, figuratively and quite literally, if you're a Rossi supporter. They are dominating the scoreboard, 6-1 so far. It's looking pretty comprehensive.
Dude, as a fan, it has to be so hard to keep up with everything. It's like you just got to pick one fight and then to be like, you focus on that one. You focus on the other fight. Tell me if something crazier happens there. Now look at that one. Like, is there something going on in all places in the field?
I think there's always something going on. I think if I were to be watching in person, I'd probably just focus on whoever had the ball. Because, you know, I would occasionally look at fights, but mostly focus on who got the ball.
Has the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
He tried to trip. I didn't know about that in a minute.
And I said this is to stop the 3 wins in a row as well.
Yeah. That could be why it's so aggressive too.
Yeah.
Is they just going all out.
And that's the game. That's the ball game.
9-2.
Rossi win. That was very visceral. And now pitch invasion.
50 minutes of just chaos, man.
Oh, that is special, isn't it?
Organized chaos.
I don't even know about organized. Just sanctioned chaos, baby.
Yeah,
sanctioned chaos is probably a better word. I wouldn't say organized. It's just chaos, bro. Man.
Welcome to hell. I'm on the field now with the roster faithful. And I can honestly say my experience with Calcio Storico has been unbelievable. I've met some beautiful people. I've got to see some holistic violence in the best kind of way. And I've learned a lot about Florentine life. Calcio Storico, out.
That's so sick. The location, it makes it so much even crazier. Oh my goodness. Yeah, shout out to the crew over at Rugby Pass. We'll have a link to the video down below. That way y'all can go check out some more of their videos. Make sure while y'all there, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to Amon for recommending this. Calcio Storico. The craziest thing I've ever seen in what you would call a sport. You know, this is definitely one of those where I'll happily say ain't no way you could pay me enough to be able to go and take place.
I'd watch it in person. That one I'd watch in person for sure.
Watch. Yeah.
But participate, I'm good.
not my style. I got some friends that probably would love it, but not my.
I have a few friends that wouldn't mind doing it.
Not my style though. That is. Man.
Hey, Mazi, go.
Mazi, just don't bring your ukulele, son. Man. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. Like, it was just so much, man. You go first. Yeah.
If whoever watches this, if you have participated in something like this, or you know someone personally who's participated in this, would love to know from a first-hand person's experience of what it's really like to be in that.
Yeah. Because
it's not just a sport. You know what I'm saying? This is culture going back years.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a sport, but this is truly culturally personal. You know what I'm saying? To where you live at, to your family, everything. So it'd be interesting to see how this really affects the many cities around there, the people around there. And it, even though there's, like the guy said, that there's volatile violence during it, you see at the end, there's technically peace and there's respect and there's love, even though there still may be some hate between certain people. But overall, it's still like, okay, we had a great event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how it really is from their point of view.
Yeah. And if they're haven't taken part in it as far as participating in it, but even those have just like walked up with the parade, going in, watching it in person. Like, you know, what was that experience like?
What did that feel like?
From what I looked up, it's believed that this has dated back as far as the late 1400s, but his most famous moment came in the 1530s when Florentines went ahead and played the game, despite the fact their city was under siege from the army of the Holy Roman Emperor Charles the Fifth. So
they did this during a war.
Yes. So
wow.
Yeah, that just opens up so many more questions where I want to go ahead and get a little history lesson on what this all is. 'Cause I thought maybe it was something on the lines of, you know, a way of keeping peace. You bring your warriors back to back because they're all in Florence and everything. So maybe it's just to how they divide the cities. Our cities are sometimes divided into separate little towns or, you know, whatever, a way to just remain peace or to hash out some type of disagreements or something like that. Or if it truly was just for sport. I just don't know. I got so many questions.
You said Charles V?
Yeah. Emperor Charles V. Yeah.
The Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Interesting. So under siege, they still did the game. That speaks volumes of how important this game really is.
Yeah.
Where you didn't let a war stop it. It's much bigger than a game.
Yeah. This is nuts. So yeah, guys, please share any information that maybe we missed or some things that we might have overlooked, or maybe even point us in the direction of where we should start as far as trying to learn more about this game. Man, this is insane. Calcio Storico. Man. Insane, man. Amon, again, thank you for recommending this one for us. We hope y'all enjoyed it.
Every once in a while we get a new sport, we're like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, basically.
This is different, but cool. Okay. We'd love to learn more about this one.
Absolutely. So anyway, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. We're out. Cheers.
Peace out.